Ever since I was a stupid, brain-dead little mouth breather, I have loved Ben 10. One day, I sat down to watch the show just like I would any other day. Little did I know then, this was going to be the day that I heard one line, just a single line of dialogue that would define about 45% of my humor for the rest of my life.
And an Iberian Palorota.
Woo! Yeah, baby! That's what I've been waiting for. That's what it's all about. Woo!
Cannonbolt, as I'm sure you'll all agree, is one of the Ben 10 aliens of all time. Personally, if I was to put him somewhere on a tier list of alien rankings, he'd probably be somewhere around, let's say high S. High S. There's just something so unique about this giant, pudgy, pillbug boy. We have to remember that Cannonbolt was the first alien we got outside of the initial 10, way back in Classic. Back then, this was, at least for me, a very big deal. Awesome! Now his hero name doesn't make any sense! Maybe my dumb child brain just couldn't fathom the idea of there being more than 10 aliens, but I'm completely honest when I say I did not see it coming. Mostly because it was coming at me way too goddamn fast, but... Cannonbolt is special for a lot of reasons. And I'd say one of the biggest reasons of all is his unique power set.
Autobots, transform and roll out.
Especially for young kids watching the show, they're gonna see these cool 10 aliens, and you know that they're gonna think, like, Ben's not gonna get any more. The 10 he already has can do pretty much anything he needs. That's where the big tick comes in.
I'm a superhero.
Something I find funny about Cannonbolt's first appearance is that Ben was trying to go for Accelerate, but instead he accidentally ended up transforming into a different speedster alien. I don't know, I've just always found that neat. Well, I suppose it's about time that we actually bring up what Cannonbolt's power is. Well, basically, it's something along the lines of... Honestly, I think Cannonbolt was the perfect alien to introduce after the initial 10. When he first appears, the initial shock of course wears off when you see that he's kind of clumsy and dopey, but as it turns out, that's just his natural weakness. He's not so good on his feet. Until Ultimate Alien. I feel like we do need to address that Ben basically realized that Iberian Palorota shells are super thick and durable, and so he just decided to forever use their quite literally extinct species as a fucking aimbot bowling ball. It's cool that we immediately get to see that yes, there will be new aliens, as well as no, they won't just have more conventional superpowers. Cannonbolt is only really as powerful an alien as he is because Ben thought creatively on how to use his abilities to his advantage, which I just think is really neat. Cannonbolt is a special alien in a lot of ways, and he's always brought a lot to the table. For example, I owned every single one of these Cannonbolt figures that is on screen now when I was younger. Cannonbolt is a confirmed marketing darling. He's the first alien that we get outside of the initial 10, and he immediately sets the groundwork for viewers that there will be more unique and interesting aliens added to the roster as the series goes on. On top of that, I've always been a person who's appreciated good mobility options in video games, more so than things like graphics, story, or etc. As long as the game's environment is dense enough and I can interact with it in enough ways, I can find endless enjoyment in a video game. Cannonbolt is the perfect alien for that kind of game. A fast-moving, bouncy ball that you can go all over the place with. And then again, I've only ever played him in like 3 Ben 10 games. Maybe this wasn't much of a point. I get the feeling that Cannonbolt was also well liked by the teams who worked on the shows themselves, because after all, Cannonbolt is the first additional alien unlocked both in Classic and Alien Force. In Ultimate Alien, he obviously got access to Ultimate Cannonbolt, and he appeared in the first episode of Omniverse. That's another thing, his designs. Cannonbolt's designs are always just so good. Classic? Brilliant. UAF? My favourite by far, absolutely perfect. Omniverse? Not bad. Reboot? On top of that, Cannonbolt from the front is great and all, but can we acknowledge that Iberian Palorota got back?
Damn, boy, he's thick, boy!
Anyway, that probably about wraps up this video. I honestly didn't really have much to say with this video. I just sort of wanted to make a video about Cannonbolt because he's one of my favorites. I'm sorry that this wasn't really that structured and it wasn't really... Well, it's not really as informative as my previous few videos, but I guess those were theory videos anyway, so... They weren't exactly as informative as they were just, like, you know, idea crafting. But... yeah, this was less about theory craft, and it was more just, I just wanted to talk about one of my favorites for a bit. But in future, maybe if you guys want me to do more, feel free to leave in the comments aliens that you like, and then I can give my opinions on them if you want. I think that could be a pretty fun little series. But I think for now, yeah, that's everything I need to really say. So let's sign off, folks.